What's up, everybody? Welcome to Titanium Training LLC. As always, I am the cruise director from hell, Brian, bringing you the greatest workout of all time. I'm just kidding. It's not any of that stuff. It's actually just some basic, really good things to kind of help with maintenance of your muscles, bone tissue, and things like that. That and actually help you boost your immune system, allow you to get outside, do a little bit of extra, because better muscle, better immune system, better bodies, better life. With that being said, let's talk about your exercise protocols for today. So today's exercise protocols as follows. You guys have 2 sections of exercise with a fun little finisher at the end. What you guys are doing, because we did push, excuse me, my brain went on a mode. It just went, nope. Now we're back on track. Here we go. So what you guys have is 2 sections of exercise. Each section of exercise has 3 exercises in it with your 3 exercises inside of each section. What you guys have going on from there is yesterday was the push protocol. Today's going to be, yesterday was a pull protocol. Today is the push protocol. With that being said, your first exercise in each section is a push protocol exercise. And what you're going to do is you're going to go heavy for 5 sets of 5 or 5 sets of 5 for each side, depending on which one you're looking at. So what everything is like, and then you have your accessory exercises. So it's 1, 2, 3 rounds of everything, and then your last 2 rounds will be of your top exercise or the push exercise. Same thing with the second section. It's 1, 2, 3 exercises, and then it's 2 more for the top exercise. Once you guys are done with all that, your fun cardio finishers is 6 minutes worth of fun. You got 2 exercises. You're going to go back and forth between your 2 exercises with those 2, and it's 3 rounds worth of work, 40 seconds work with a 20-second break. That is how your system works. Questions, comments, concerns, stop this, go back just a little bit, and then listen to me go over that entire diatribe all over again, talking about how everything works. Now, on to the exercises. Here we go. Yeah! Bum-ba-da! Welcome to your exercise explanation. I'm Brian. I'm going to tell you how the things work. Are you ready? Of course you are. Let's talk about exercise number 1. So, what you have first is what's called a single arm Z press. Like I said, I could have made this super simple, but like I said, from all the research that I've done so far, the idea is to keep it as condensed as possible with your naming. So the first thing you have, like I said, is single arm Z press. What that means is you are sitting on the ground, knees elevated for the Z pattern, and then you're going to press 1 arm at a time. So grabbing an implement, a ball, a chair, a child, a dog, a peanut butter, or whatever you need to grab. The first thing you're doing is, like I said, you're sitting in the Z pattern. So it's like half a sit-up essentially is where you're at. And then the idea is 1 hand at a time, you're going to press. 5 on one side, you're going to switch it out, 5 on the other side. Once you've done that, the next thing you have, you're just basically going to put the dumbbell or kettlebell or child or dog or bag or whatever on the ground, and then you're going to get into the push-up. I don't want to get into the push-up position rotation. I don't want to, but I'm gonna. But first, I'm actually going to tell you about the other things that you guys can do instead of the single arm Z press. If it's too much to get onto the ground and like hold this position like this, the next thing we're going to do is you're going to do it from a seated position, or you're going to do it from a chair. So just grab a kitchen chair, dining room chair, bar stool, whatever you need to grab, and then sit on that chair, brace your ab. Remember, when you're bracing, it's not sucking it in, it's actually pushing it out. So as you push out your stomach, you're going to hold, bracing it. Don't stick out your stomach too far either. You want to, like I said, it's just a little bit, it's like a, just like that. That's kind of what you're going to do. And then you're going to do 5 on one side, 5 on the other side from the seated position on the chair. So the next thing you have after that, now we'll talk about the push-up position rotation. After that fun little moment of me going, I don't want to, but now I do, so here we go. So the next thing you guys have is a push-up position rotation. So inside of this exercise, what you're doing is you're starting in the push-up position. There is no push-up for this exercise. It's just the position of it. So what you're doing is you're here, and then what you're going to do is turn into the side plank, hand up, and then back down, turn, side plank, and then up. Instead, if it's too much to do it from here, then you can drop to your knees, and then what you're going to do is you're going to turn, razzle dazzle, so you can see the knee is on the ground, and then the top leg is extended, and then back to center. Knee on the ground, top leg extended, and then back to center. If it's too much to do it like that, you can put yourself in the push-up position, hands on a bench, or hands on a couch, or hands on the wall, and you can still do the same thing. Turn, while the idea is to activate the sides of your abs or your obliques. Once you get done with the 3 sets of 10 of those, then you move on to the next exercise, which is the open close crunch. With the open close crunch, excuse me, from the floor, you're just here, and then your options are open, close, or not the belly, not the belly. Or you can start with your knees down, or your feet down, sorry, and then it's close, open, open. You can do it like that. If that's too much, reach for your ankles, keeping your back flat, reach for your ankles, and back down. If it's too hard to get to the floor, here's another option. You can do couch crunches. And the idea is, while you're sitting down on the couch, the idea is just roll your abs forward and squeeze your stomach, and then sit back up. Roll your abs forward, squeeze your stomach, and then sit back up. Just activating, just getting and connecting with your abdominal muscles. Those are your 3 exercises. Those are the multiple different directions and ideas you can use in order to be able to do those things successfully. Take a second, go back over this video if you need to take a look at whichever exercise you need a specific thing for. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, at the end of the video, I'll teach you how to get a hold of me, and we can go from there. With that, let's go, pow, section 2. Hey everybody, it's section 2 time. 2 time. Yeah. Anyway, so what you guys have here, 3 more exercises, 5 sets of 5 for this next exercise. So the first thing that you're doing is you're going to hold a kettlebell, dumbbell, barbell, baby bell, cheese, whatever you want to do. For this, you're going to hold it in the goblet position. And then what you're doing is you're going to squat first. So it's squat first. And then from the squat, then you're going to step back into the reverse lunge, step back into the reverse lunge. And then that is 1. You're going to do 5 sets of 5 of those. So it's squat, lunge, lunge makes 1. You do that 5 times, then you move on to the next exercise. If it's too hard to do it with a weight, drop the weight. And then just do it with your body weight. Hands on your hips. And then you're going to squat. And then you're going to lunge. And then you're going to lunge. And that's 1. If it's too much to do, the lunging part, that's cool, man. Then just what you're going to do is you're just going to do body weight. You're going to do 15 squats. Yeah, just do 15 body weight squats. That's cool too, man. Okay. If you can't do the body weight squats, then what you can do is, like I said, you can find a bench, a chair, or a couch, and you can just sit down and stand up. That is always an option. So with that, we go on to the next exercise. The next thing you guys have is the plank, or French for there's no reason why we should be sitting still this long. No, that's not. I'm just kidding. That was just fun. So what you guys can do here is you guys can go, look, my little symbols on the floor. I didn't even notice that until just now. Look at that. It's the titanium symbol. Spring into action. Anyway, so you guys, here we go, teaching you guys the plank on the quick. The first thing you guys are going to do is get in your hands. So elbows on the ground underneath your shoulders, tuck your butt, squeeze your abs, and you're going to hold it for 30 seconds. If it is too much to be on your toes, you can always drop to your knees. Same thing, tuck your butt, squeeze your abs, and hold for 30 seconds. If this is too much, that's cool too. You can always elevate yourself to an upper position where what you're doing is you're placing your elbows on like the couch or a chair, and you're holding in that position. Remember, tuck your butt, so you're going to push your pelvis forward, and you're going to squeeze your abs. So now that you're done with that exercise, 3 rounds, 30 seconds each, The next thing you have is the figure 8 kettlebell swing. So with this one, there's a multitude of things that you guys can do with this. The first one is obviously the actual figure 8 kettlebell swing itself. So the idea is start with it. Let me just show, hold on. Okay. So, are you still there? Cool. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with one hand on the handle and then one hand on the bottom of the kettlebell. You're going to start with your feet between hip and shoulder width apart, point your toes out just a little, brace your abdominals, slide it through the legs. So the idea is you're basically going to drop it down, and then the momentum is going to carry it backwards. You're going to catch it with the opposing hand, swing it around the mountain, and then back up to the top. So now your other hand should be on the bottom, and your other hand on the handle. Through, top, through, top, 10 on each side. If that's too much to do, that's cool. Let's talk about the next thing you can do. Windmills. Toes pointed one way where the hand has the weight, and then you're going to bend, pushing the hip backwards like in a deadlift, and then stand back up. Doing 10 on one side, switching it out, bend, 10 on the other side. Can't do that with the weight? That's okay. Don't use the weight. Just do it through the actual measure of the exercise. Meaning, bend. This way you're getting a stretch through the oblique, the piriformis, the gluteus, and a little bit of the outside of the quadricep. Simple enough. Doing 10 on each side. Those are your 3 exercises for that section. Yay, are you guys ready for the last one? Of course you are. If you're not, take a second, like I said, go back through this video. You got about 4 minutes to scroll through. Go back to each specific exercise and figure out kind of what you need to do. And if you have any questions, like I said, I'm going to teach you at the end of the video where to get a hold of me. So, let's get done with section 2. Are you ready for the finish? Of course you are. Okay, so now that we're done, now that it's about time to say goodbye to all our company, you guys have 6 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. Okay. So there's 6 minutes of fun. With your 6 minutes of fun, it's 40 seconds work with a 20-second break. You're going to go back and forth between 2 exercises for 3 rounds worth of work, making 6 total minutes. So the first exercise you guys are looking at, oh, I'm sorry, to go back. You can always set a timer on your phone. You can set a timer, you can just look at the clock on the wall. Either way, just as long as, like I said, it's 40 seconds work with a 20-second break. So inside of that, what you're going to do, the first thing you have is the jump lunge. The biggest thing about the jump lunge that I try to teach people is making sure that you're on the balls of your feet for this exercise, including an extra joint in this movement will actually help strengthen the foot and actually prevent knee pain over time, because you now have an extra joint taking on the force of you moving your feet and jumping in the air and landing. So, with that being said, up on your toes just a little bit, and then you're going to up, switch, just like that for 40 seconds. If it is too much on your knees still to be able to do that exercise, then what I want you to do is just alternating reverse lunge. Just alternate reverse, reverse, back and forth, making sure you bend both knees for 40 seconds. If that's too much, just body weight squat. That's cool too, man. Just 40 seconds of body weight squats. Yay. Can't do that? Sit down on a chair and then stand back up. The next thing you guys have after that is the, hold on, let me look. Squat and hold. This time we are not using the wall. This is squatting and holding in place. So it's actually going to take much more of your body, much more of the glute, the hamstring, the quad, the calf, and everything in order to hold you in place for the 40 seconds. So once you're done with all that, then you're going to sit at the bottom end of this movement, just like so, holding just like so. Let me move around so you can see from a different angle, just like so, holding for 40 seconds. This is done. Yay. Just bend your knees as much as you can, making your quads go on fire and hold it for 40 seconds. Thank you guys so much as always. Once you're done with your finisher, that's exactly it, finish. You may now go into the world, the wild, wild yonder of the world, and be one with all the fun things that you're going to do after this, whether it be work, whether it be sitting at home and eating some food, watching some Netflix and chilling. Enjoy the rest of your day when you're done with your workout. Thank you guys as always for watching all of these fun little videos. Keep this thing moving, keep stuff alive. What I want you to do is I want you to like it, I want you to comment on it, and then I want you to share it with a friend, with the people. Let them know, oh, what you're doing. It's like a magic trick. Anyway, yeah, I just want you to share the love like we're sharing the love with you guys. Continue watching everything that we do. Announcements are coming soon with everything that's happening here inside of Titanium Training. I'm trying my best to keep in as much contact with all of you as humanly possible as we continue with everything that's happening. Thank you guys so very much as always. Please try to do all the fun stuff that I ask you to do. I'll do all the fun stuff you ask me to do, and we'll go on from there. Much love. Be well.